Has anyone ever watched an entire empire completely change direction, while the world was looking somewhere else? That is exactly what is happening right now across the entertainment world as a massive new development has completely flipped the script on Remy Ma, Papoose, and Claressa Shields. For months, the internet has been completely obsessed with the relationship drama, analyzing every single move, every statement, and every interview from all three sides. Most people believe that the next chapter of this story would simply be more back-and-forth arguments on social media or more public statements about the past. But what nobody saw coming was a massive career move that has completely changed the power dynamic between everyone involved. While certain plans were being made behind the scenes, a sudden wave of professional success has completely shifted the spotlight. It has left industry insiders shocked and has reportedly left Papoose completely in disbelief, as the entire narrative has been rewritten overnight. Today we are breaking down the exclusive details, the sudden industry shifts, and the exact moments that have completely disrupted what many thought was a settled situation. Make sure you stay tuned until the very end because the real surprise involves how these new career milestones have completely dismantled a specific dream plan that was being built behind the scenes. Is this simply another celebrity controversy, or has the public completely changed the way it sees everyone involved? Let us dive straight into the conversation surrounding this trio has officially entered a completely new phase. For the longest time, the entire internet was focused on the personal fallout, with fans taking sides and debating who was handling the situation better. Every time Remy Ma made a public appearance, the comment sections were flooded with questions about her past and her relationship status. The general expectation from critics was that the constant social media noise would eventually slow down her professional momentum. People assumed that dealing with such a heavy public controversy would naturally force her to take a step back from the industry to let things cool down. But instead of retreating or spending her energy addressing every rumor that surfaced online, she did something that completely caught her critics off guard. She poured all of her energy directly into massive business moves and major entertainment projects. This sudden surge of professional success has not just changed her public image, it has completely crushed the expectations of those who thought she would be overshadowed by the ongoing drama. This dramatic shift has reportedly left Papoose completely in disbelief. For years, he was known as someone who deeply understood the entertainment industry and how to navigate public narratives. Sources close to the situation suggest that nobody expected Remy to bounce back this quickly or this loudly in her professional life. The sheer scale of her recent success has forced everyone to look at her differently, changing her from a subject of internet gossip back into a dominant force in the industry. This sudden pivot has completely disrupted the timeline that many onlookers thought would play out. Instead of being defined by the breakdown of her past relationship, she is currently being celebrated for her independence and her ability to secure major power moves under intense pressure. This level of success has created a massive wave of support from fans who love seeing someone win against all odds. Meanwhile, this sudden shift has completely impacted Claressa Shields and the specific plans that were being built moving forward. As a world champion athlete, Claressa has always been focused on building a legacy that extends far beyond the boxing ring. There were many rumors and discussions about future projects, media appearances, and high-profile plans that were meant to establish a new era for her and Papoose in the public eye. The goal seemed to be creating a powerful new public image that would gradually make people forget about the past drama. However, the sheer magnitude of Remy Ma's current success has completely dominated the media cycle, making it almost impossible for any other narrative to gain traction. Every time a new announcement or plan is introduced from Claressa's side, it is immediately compared to the massive career milestones that Remy is currently achieving. This constant comparison has completely crushed the momentum of what was supposed to be a flawless dream plan. The internet is now having a completely different conversation than it was a few weeks ago. Entertainment blogs, reaction channels, and social media commentators are realizing that the ultimate response to public controversy is undeniable success. By focusing entirely on her grind and securing major contracts, Remy has essentially forced the public to talk about her achievements rather than her personal life. This strategy has completely flipped the script on her critics who were waiting for her to make a mistake or release an angry statement. Instead, her silence combined with her massive wins has spoken louder than any interview ever could. It shows a level of focus that has left many people in the industry deeply impressed, while leaving those who doubted her trying to figure out their next move. The biggest lesson from this entire situation is how quickly power dynamics can change in today's media landscape. When people think they have a situation completely figured out, a single major boss move can change everything. Papoose and Claressa are now finding themselves in a position where they have to navigate an environment that is completely dominated by Remy's success. The dream plan of moving past the drama and building a new narrative has become incredibly difficult when the entire world is celebrating the opposition's latest wins. It proves that in the entertainment world, the best way to handle a public setback is to let your success do all the talking. As the weeks go on, it will be fascinating to see how everyone adjusts to this new reality. Will the dream plans be completely redesigned, or will the momentum continue to stay firmly on Remy Ma's side? This entire situation has officially proven that the court of public opinion can change overnight when real success is put on the table. It is no longer just a story about relationship rumors or personal disagreements. It has transformed into a high-stakes battle of branding, career moves, and industry dominance. Remy Ma's ability to completely crush expectations and leave Papoose in disbelief shows exactly why she has been a resilient figure in hip-hop for decades. She understood that you do not win an internet argument by talking, you win by out-earning and outworking the situation until the narrative completely shifts in your favor. To truly understand how we got to this point, we have to look at the massive television contracts and multi-million-dollar streaming deals that have quietly been finalized behind closed doors. Industry insiders have recently leaked information suggesting that Remy Ma has signed a monumental deal with a major network to produce and star in her own multi-city entertainment franchise. This isn't just a regular hosting gig or a minor appearance on a reality show. We are talking about a deal so massive that it reportedly includes executive producer credits, creative control, and a massive upfront payout that has completely altered her financial standing. When news of this deal began filtering through the industry, it sent shockwaves through the inner circles of everyone involved. For months, the narrative online was that Remy was struggling to find her footing after the relationship drama. But these new reports prove that she was actually playing chess while everyone else was playing checkers. The sheer scale of this contract means that her face and her brand will be plastered across television screens and billboards nationwide for the next several years, completely eclipsing any negative press or online gossip. This level of sudden mainstream dominance is precisely what has thrown a massive wrench into the grand plans that Papoose and Claressa Shields were reportedly organizing. According to highly placed sources within the entertainment and sports marketing worlds, Claressa and Papoose had been working on a joint lifestyle and fitness brand that was supposed to launch with a massive media blitz. The strategy was to position them as the ultimate power couple of sports and entertainment, leveraging Claressa's undefeated boxing legacy and Papoose's extensive industry connections to secure major endorsements, apparel deals, and high-profile podcast sponsorships. It was a carefully calculated dream plan designed to completely redirect the public conversation and establish them as a dominant corporate entity. The rollout was scheduled to coincide with a series of high-profile public appearances and strategic interviews where they would subtly address the past before fully stepping into their new roles as business partners and joint brand ambassadors. But as the old saying goes, timing is everything in Hollywood, and the timing of Remy Ma's massive success could not have been worse for their upcoming launch. The moment the details of Remy's multi-million-dollar network deal went viral, the media's attention was instantly captured by her historic comeback. Major corporate sponsors and investment groups that had reportedly been in preliminary talks with Papoose and Claressa suddenly paused their negotiations. The reality of corporate entertainment is that brands want to align themselves with the biggest, most relevant headline, and right now that headline belongs exclusively to Remy Ma. Investors began to realize that any project launched by Papoose and Claressa would inevitably be overshadowed by the massive media storm surrounding Remy's new franchise. This sudden hesitation from major financial backers has reportedly left the couple's dream plan in a state of complete stagnation, creating an intense amount of behind-the-scenes stress. What makes this situation even more chaotic is how the public is reacting to the stark contrast between Remy's silent execution and the constant online activity from the other side. Social media analysts have pointed out that while Remy has barely said a word about her personal life, her professional announcements are doing all the heavy lifting for her reputation. Commentators are calling it one of the most brilliant instances of narrative flipping ever witnessed in modern celebrity culture. The general public loves a comeback story, and by transforming herself from a subject of relationship speculation into a high-powered television executive. As the pressure continues to build behind the scenes, the internet has become a battleground of theories regarding how Papoose is processing this sudden shift in momentum. For a man who spent over a decade helping to manage and protect a shared brand, seeing his former partner achieve the biggest solo success of her career under these specific circumstances must be an incredibly complex pill to swallow. Friends close to the situation have whispered to entertainment blogs that he is in absolute disbelief at how quickly the corporate world rallied behind Remy, completely isolating his own business ventures in the process. The narrative of the heartbroken ex has been completely erased, replaced instead by the image of an unstoppable businesswoman who is currently leaving everyone else in the dust. Which brings us directly to the massive public confrontation that took place at a recent high-profile industry gala, where the tension finally boiled over in front of everyone. The sudden public confrontation at that high-profile industry gala was only the beginning of a much larger shift that completely destabilized the behind-the-scenes dynamics of this entire situation. According to eyewitnesses and industry insiders who were present at the event, the atmosphere turned completely icy the moment Remy Ma's security detail cleared a path through the VIP section, showcasing a level of star power and corporate backing that many had not seen from her in years. She was surrounded by network executives, top-tier attorneys, and major television producers who were all celebrating her historic contract extension. The sheer presence of her entourage sent a clear, undeniable message to everyone in the room that she was no longer just a participant in the entertainment industry. She was officially calling the shots. On the other side of the room, talent managers and promotional teams who had been trying to secure meetings for Papoose and Claressa Shields could only watch in complete astonishment as the entire room shifted its attention toward Remy's table. This moment marked a massive turning point in the public breakdown of the dream plan that Papoose and Claressa had been working on for months. Leaked corporate documents from a major sports apparel brand recently surfaced on private industry forums, suggesting that a massive six-figure endorsement deal that was originally on the table for Claressa had been abruptly put on hold. The brand's marketing executives allegedly expressed deep concerns that her association with the ongoing relationship drama was overshadowing her undeniable talent as an undefeated boxing champion. In the high-stakes world of corporate sponsorships, brands look for clean, inspiring narratives that appeal to mainstream families and international audiences. The moment her name became inextricably linked with viral YouTube gossip and messy relationship fallout, conservative corporate entities began to view the partnership as a potential liability. The dream plan of leveraging her athletic dominance into a mainstream lifestyle brand was completely derailed because the public could not stop talking about the personal drama rather than her world titles. To make matters worse for the duo, anonymous sources close to Papoose's management team have revealed that his independent music ventures and upcoming creative projects are facing severe distribution hurdles. For years, his primary leverage in negotiation rooms was his reputation as a brilliant lyricist and a master strategist who could generate high-value media buzz. However, major streaming platforms and digital distribution companies are reportedly hesitating to commit to his new release schedule. Industry analysts note that when a celebrity's personal life becomes this heavily scrutinized, digital algorithms often prioritize the controversy over the art. Any promotional material he uploads is instantly hit with thousands of comments analyzing his emotional state, asking about Remy, or debating his connection to Claressa. This chaotic digital environment has made it almost impossible for his team to run a traditional, focused marketing campaign, leaving his independent business model under immense financial strain. While Papoose's ventures face these unexpected roadblocks, Remy Ma's brand is experiencing an unprecedented surge in corporate valuation. Financial experts who track entertainment intellectual property estimate that her recent production deals have boosted her personal brand equity by over 300%. She has successfully transitioned from a standard reality television personality into a high-level content creator with ownership of her master recordings and show concepts. This level of financial independence has completely altered her positioning in negotiation rooms. She no longer needs to rely on external management or industry favors to greenlight her projects. This sudden accumulation of wealth and executive power has reportedly left Papoose in absolute disbelief, as he spent a significant portion of his career believing that his strategic guidance was essential to her mainstream survival. Seeing her achieve the absolute peak of her career completely independently has shattered the old power dynamic entirely. The public reaction to this shift has been incredibly brutal across major social media platforms. On TikTok and Instagram, entertainment commentators have started creating detailed side-by-side comparisons of Remy's glamorous press tours next to the relatively quiet promotional efforts of Papoose and Claressa. These videos, which often gain millions of views within a few hours, have weaponized sarcasm and humor to create a narrative that Remy has officially won the post-breakup era. Pop culture commentators are laughing at how the internet spent months predicting her downfall, only for her to emerge as a multimedia mogul with more money and influence than ever before. This constant public mockery has put an immense amount of psychological pressure on Claressa's team, who are unused to dealing with the toxic, fast-paced world of hip-hop media speculation. As a world-class athlete who has spent her life being praised for her discipline, finding her brand the subject of sarcastic internet memes has created a massive rift in her strategic planning. Furthermore, inside sources claim that the joint podcast and media network that Papoose and Claressa were planning to launch has been completely scrapped before its first episode could even air. The original concept was to create a high-production digital show where they would discuss sports, culture, and relationships, providing a subtle platform to rebuild their public images on their own terms. However, when major digital networks and advertisers reviewed the pilot episodes, the feedback was overwhelmingly negative. Advertisers felt that the public tension was palpable, and that any attempt to discuss relationship dynamics would look like a direct, defensive reaction to Remy's success.